Hi, uh, very good morning. So in this video I just want to demonstrate how the Angular directive ng repeat is working. So there are two files. One is the app.js, repeat app.js, and another file is repeat page HTML file. So let me explain this JavaScript file first, and then I'll explain the HTML file. So here you can able to see the output of this particular code. Periodically I'll explain the same. Okay. In the function ify function, I think you all aware of this ify function, and inside that I have created two variables. One is shop list, which contain four string elements, nothing but the name of the various food items, and another shop list details array I have created. But this shop list details array containing four elements, and each and every element is contained two sub elements. So around here a group of elements are stored in the shop list details array. So each and every element have two common values. One is the name and another one is the price. So the name is changing in all the elements like biscuit, cookies, cake, and the price is given for each item. It is actually a numerical value, so I have given the values directly, whereas the name is a string value, so I have used the double quotes. So here each and every item in the open and close curly braces is considered a item, and each and every sub item are given within the open and close curly braces by separating the comma. So like this we can add any number of sub items in a single item. Okay, fine. These are the two arrays, and this part I think you all familiar, that is Angular dot module, and here the name of the Angular module application is repapp, and for the controller I have used rep controller, and this is also well known, and the inject property I have used to add the $scope alone for the usage of $scope already we know. So why we are using this inject property? Because when we go for minification, we should not miss this $scope at any cost. So that's it. Next, the function rep controller is defined with the $scope service, I mean property, or $scope is a service. So here $scope is having three parameters or three arguments or three variables: $scope shop list, and $scope shop list details, and $scope add to table. Add to table is a function, and the remaining two are variables. So here this shop list is a local variable, whereas this shop list is a scope variable. So we have assigned the list of this item to the $scope shop list variable. Similarly, this entire shop list details array I have assigned to shop list details. So all these items are pushed into this $scope shop list details, and I have added one function called add to table. What this function will do is, when this particular add to table function at the time of calling, what it will do is it will create a variable called new item, and inside the new item I have two components. One is the name and another one is the price, like already we have discussed. So name is having a value which is retrieved from $scope dot new item name. So here whatever value hold by $scope dot new item name will be substituted to the name. Similarly for the price. So this name and price will get values from the $scope. Maybe this will be used in the HTML file. From that we can able to get the content and store the name and price value. So finally the new item, that means one single item with the name and price, is stored in new item. So this new item I am going to push in the $scope dot shop list details. $scope.shop list details is nothing but our shop list details, which contain 4 elements, and each and every element there are 2 sub elements. Similarly, here I want to add 5th item using the push operation. I think you all familiar with push operation, which is nothing but to add a new item in the existing list. So what the new item I am going to add? So I am going to add the name and price I have retrieved from the scope variables from the HTML file. So that's it. So this function is executed, means a new item is going to add in the existing shop list details. So with this I just going to explain the HTML part. So in the HTML part, the topmost I think are well known. ng app I have used here, rep app, and in the inside the body in the divisional tag I have used ng controller, that is rep controller, and here I have used the ng repeat directive. So here in header tag I have used a shop list, so that is what is displayed in the output screen here, and inside that I have used ul tag, that means unordered list. In the unordered list I have not listed all the items, instead I have simply used the ng repeat. So what this ng repeat Angular will do is, it will work like a for each function. So I think for each looping concept already we know, we have studied in various languages like our JavaScript and PHP and Python, in all the places. Similarly here also we are using that, but the ng repeat is the function, is the directive which is working similar to the for each concept. Here item space in space shop list. What this shop list is going to have is, the shop list already we know from the existing shop list is nothing but the $scope.shop list is getting the shop list value from the previous variable, nothing but biscuit, cookies, cake and bread. So which is assigned to the $scope shop list. The same thing is called here. So the shop list is containing all these 4 values, which is repeatedly printed one by one using the li tag. So here li tag, within the li tag I have used item. What is this item is? The item is actually fetch from the shop list one by one. So this list item is repeatedly executing until the shop list item is there in the array, it will display. So this will execute 4 times, so automatically all the 4 items are displayed in the bullets like a unordered list. Okay, next thing is, I have here added a input type. Item 1 price is the label which is displayed here, and followed by a text box I have given, so which is nothing but the input type text. Here I have used ng model. So ng model is equal to shop list details. Shop list details is already, we know that shop list details of $scope is nothing but the shop list details of this entire content. So here the 0th element, shop list details of 0th element is nothing but the first part, name biscuit and price 15, and shop list details of 1 means it will cookies and price is 70. So like that, the index is 0, 1, 2, 3 is considered. So here in this shop list details, 0 index is mentioned, so it will take the first item. The first item is nothing but the biscuit and its price. So when so this ng model content, this text box is going to have the first item is the biscuit and its price is 15, that is exactly displayed here, right? Next thing is another h3, in that I have used add item table. So add item table is displayed like label here with the header, and I have used 2 text boxes and 1 button. This 2 text boxes and 1 button, what this 2 text box is going to have is, it will receive the value for the new item name and new item price. So which is already we have discussed here. In this function, the new item name and new item price is substituted here for adding a new item. So these two text boxes is going to link with the NG model, dollar scope, new item name and new item price respectively. And this placeholder is nothing but, I think you can able to see the output screen here. So inside the output screen you can able to see the item name and item price. That means what I am going to type, that can be mentioned using this placeholder. So for that I have used placeholder. And a button, inside the button I have used ng click. Ng click is a directive which is executing the add to table function of the dollar scope. So dollar scope add to table function means this function is having a new item which is received from the two text boxes, and that is pushed into the sharp list details, existing sharp list details. So when this button is pressed, automatically these two new items is pushed into the sharp list details. So this is nothing but the name of the function add to table. Okay, this set you can able to see here, two text boxes and one button. And the next thing is the sharp list details is given in the header, and using the table tag I have displayed all the items of sharp list with the help of tr and td. So here I have used the ng repeat in the tr tag. So what this tr tag will do is, it will create a new row and the row contain three parts. That is, first one is the serial number, and second one is the name of the item, and third one is the price of the item. So here for the serial number, dollar index is the special property, we can able to use it. So automatically this dollar index is changing in every iteration or every loop or every repetition. This ng repeat is executing continuously until the last item present in the sharp list details. So this sharp list details, already we have 4 items. Each and every item is displayed one by one with the help of this tr and td set. So in the first row, the td is having dollar index, that is initially it is 0. So 0 plus 1, so it is displayed 1. And the second item is item dot name. Here instead of the earlier I have used item in the top, whereas here I have used item dot name and item dot price. It means the item is containing two subcomponent, one is name, another one is price. So I want to retrieve it separately using the dot operator. So item dot name means I'll get the name of the item, and the next td, I mean next data, next column, I have used item price. So here in item price I have not only used the price value directly. Here you can able to see the price values are 15, 70, 25, directly I have given the value, but at the time of display you cannot able to display directly like 15, 70, 25. Instead I have used the currency filter. So currency filter is a known built-in filter which is mainly used to convert the number into the currency type which I have mentioned. So currency filter, there are two arguments separated with the colon I have given, that is INR. INR means Indian rupees. So here suppose I have used USD, then it will be considered as US dollars, right? And after colon I have given 2 means here the fractional part followed by the price. So here I think in the diagram you can output screen you can able to see the 15.00. It means 2 fractional part I have added along with the price. So already price value is taken as 15, in which I have converted that into a currency using the currency filter, and this INR is going to prefix with the number, and this 2 is the fractional part is suffixed with the number. So you can able to get the table like this. Now the interpolation. Interpolation means whenever I will change the price of the item in the first text box, automatically it will reflect instantly in the first item, because here in this text box, input type text box, I have considered only the 0th element. 0th element means the first one, biscuit. In that first element I have considered only price part. So the price part in default it will come to the screen 15. suppose I have changed this into removed, and when you remove, you can able to see instantly how it is changing in the table. So here I have typed, instead of 15 I have typed 25. You can able to see that 25 also here. So like this we can able to change the items of all the thing present in the shop list. Not only the price, you can also change the name, and you can also change the other component, suppose if you have like quantity and other things. Definitely it is possible. And one more thing is, here I consider only the 0th element. If you use 1 means automatically it will go to the next cookies, and 70 like that it will go, right? Okay, fine. Now the use of the next components, that is the text boxes. The first text box is going to have the name, and second text box is going to have the price of the new item. Suppose I want to add a pizza. So and this item price for the pizza is like for example 150 rupees. Then when I click this add to table, automatically the table is appended with another item 5 pizza, and its price is 150. So you can able to see the changes. Similarly, I want to have include one more, maybe like a chicken pizza. It is price around 180. I just add it, then you can able to see chick pizza is 180. So like this we can able to add more items instantly with the help of this ng model. So the purpose of ng model directives is nothing but the interpolation. Hope you understand that how this code is using the various Angular directives, particularly ng repeat. So ng repeat we have seen in two things. One is in the list form and another one is in the table form. So this is just like an example. Similarly, you can also use this in any with the help of any HTML components, like even you can also use select option. Also you can use the ng repeat and ordered list, unordered list. Wherever you want, you can able to use this ng repeat Angular directive properly. Hope you all understand this. So with this I just want to give a small problem followed by this code. So only thing is, here item 1 price is fixed for the first item, that is biscuit. So you consider that you include one more text box under after this, which is mentioned the which particular item you want to change the price. For example, if I give 1 means it will consider biscuit. If I give 2 and the rupees like 50 means the cookies 2 is updated with the price, instead of 70 it is 50, like that. Based on the item number you have to change the price. So this small change at least you have to try to work out. And one more problem I want to share now is include one more option here, or a general option for changing this INR into US dollar. So use the select option through which when I select USD, then all this INR is going to converted as USD, or euro. I have select the euro, then all these values are converted into euro. So like that you have to connect the select option of currency type and this currency filter option. So with this I would like to close this video. Hope you all understand how to use this ng repeat and try to work out the two problem which I have told just now. Okay, thank you one and all.